We did two similar problems from the examples of NCERT. It's simple, of course. Directly you add the two functions. F plus g means f plus g of x, which is equal to f of x plus g. So just f of x plus g of x. F of x plus g of x. You have that f of x value and g of x both. So substitute both of them. X plus 1 plus 2x minus 3, which is equal to 3x minus 2. And f minus g of x is the second question asked, which is f of x minus g of x, which is equal to x plus 1 minus 2x plus 3. So 3x plus 4. And the third one is f by g, which is equal to f of x by g of x, equal to f of x is x plus 1 by 2x minus 3. But you must write, when you're writing this, 2x
Sir,
minus
isn't it
not equal to 0.
minus x?
Huh?
X minus 2x is minus x. In the
Yes,
previous
it's
one.
4 minus x.
Oh, yeah.
For f minus 2.
Yeah, correct. Thank
Yeah.
you. I think that is minus x, yeah. That's minus x and plus 4. So when you're writing this, the rational function, even though you didn't mention the fact that the denominator cannot be 0, it is understood that x should be such that denominator not equal to 0. But when we are calculating and writing, it is our responsibility to write that x cannot be equal to 3 by 2. When they are giving, if they are not given x not equal to 3 by 2 also, you should understand and consider that, right? I understood what is your doubt. Our definitions we learned is f from a to r, g from b to r, then f plus g is from a intersection b to r. That's what we learned, right?
Yes, sir.
But here a is also real numbers and b is also real numbers, so their intersection is also real number. That is why we didn't specify that f plus g is from real numbers. When everything is from real numbers to real numbers, the corresponding new functions are also from real numbers to real numbers. Only for f by g, it won't be from real numbers. Only for f by g, it is from r minus 3 by 2 to real numbers. Because that element 3 by 2 for which the g is 0 should be eliminated from the domain. We all know that for f by g, the domain is from C to R, where C is equal to x belongs to A intersection B, such that g of x is not equal to 0. So here A intersection B is real numbers. So all real numbers such that g of x not equal to 0. That means all real numbers except 3 by 2. That's what we do. So though it is the same as the example problem, they change the way of asking the question. So we'll also change the way of answering the question. So we'll take these 2 points. Previous time we took these 2 points for simplicity. Let us make it a little complex by taking the difficult points. So f of 2 equal to 3 from the second one. That implies f of 2 is 3. So f of 2 is a times 2 plus 3 plus b equal to 3. So that means 2a plus b equal to 3. And next f of minus 1 equal to minus 3. That implies f of minus 1 is a times minus 1 plus b equal to minus 3. That implies minus a plus b equal to minus 3. We call this as 1 and call this as 2. So 1 minus 2 implies 2a minus of minus plus a, b get cancelled. 3 minus of minus 3 plus 3. That means 3a equal to 6, a equal to 2. I guess the same answer we got that time also. And 1 implies the 2 times of 2 plus b equal equal to 3. So the B equal to the -1. And they ask for only AB values. That time, we can't leave the final answer in terms of AB because AB are introduced by us in that problem. So we must convert that into a linear function form, the 2x minus 1. This time AB are given in the question itself. We can leave the final answer in question itself. Right? Yes, we have some notations that what is that for a relation A comma B belongs to R implies and implied by R of A equal to B, and we also have A R B, the same fact, and R image of A is B, and also have R pre-image of B is A, and also have yeah, you can have the arrow diagram notation like this. Yeah, that's what we used. We have 2 comma 3 belongs to F. The fact is written like this, and we have -1 comma -3 belongs to F. The fact is written like this. So unlike to the example problem, we need to verify the validity of it. Example problem, we need to prove it. They confirm that it is true. Now we don't know. Let us do the verification process. If A is a natural number, can you say that A comma A belongs to R? If it is a disproof, if it is not true, then you can give an example. See, just to get a rough idea, you can take the examples. With rough idea, for getting rough idea, you substitute A is equal to 1. 1 equal to 1 square. To write A comma A belongs to R, we need A equal to A square. For every natural number, can you say A equal to A square? The answer is no. Only for 1, you can say that 1 equal to 1 square. For 2, 2 is not equal to 2 square. So you can write that as the reason. Is false as for 2 belongs to natural numbers. 2 comma 2 does not belongs to R as 2 is not equal to 2 square. If 2 equal to 2 square, then only the 2 comma 2 doublet will be present in this. Right? Next. This one. If AB belongs to R, can you say that BA belongs to R? If A equal to B square, can you say that B equal to A square? No. If A equal to B square, B will be root A. So this is again false. As you can take 4 comma 2, I think. Yeah. 4 comma 2 belongs to R as 4 equal to 2 square. But 2 comma 4 does not belongs to R as 2 is not equal to 4 square. That's it. For disproof, example is enough. Next, what about this? A equal to B square and B equal to C square. A equal to B square and B equal to C square. Then A equal to C power 4. So A won't be equal to C square. For example, again, this is also false. For example, you can take 16 comma 4 and 4 comma 2 belongs to R as.
But they're not.
Yeah. 4 equal
Sir,
to
but
2.
they're not saying that each of the functions, each of the terms that they've written are equal. They're just saying that implies that it belongs to R. That's true, right, sir?
Yeah, I'll explain. You're asking about the first bit. I'll just complete this and explain. So,
but C square 4 won't be equal to A is equal to C square. It's false only.
Wait. Let me complete this explanation. Yeah. So 16 comma 2 does not belongs to R as 16 is not equal to 2 square. Right? Now I'll explain. Right? We are done with this. So all the 3 statements are false. Why the first statement is false? What they're telling is A belongs to N implies A comma A belongs to R. Right? For every natural number, the doublet A comma A should be belongs to R. That's what they're asking us to verify. Right? So for 1 comma 1 belongs to the relation. But 2 comma 2 does not belongs to the relation. 2 comma 2 does not belongs to the relation. For 2 comma 2 B belongs to the relation, the condition that 2 equal to 2 square should be satisfied. That is not satisfied, right? You ask your doubt now. Please ask me.
Sir, I got the first one. This is
Yeah.
Neha again. So
Yeah.
I got the first one. I'm talking about the second and third one. It says implies. It's just saying that both of these terms, both of these elements belong to real numbers as a whole, right?
No,
So
no, no,
that
no,
is
no,
true,
no,
right,
no,
sir?
no. That is not real numbers. That is relation. That is not real numbers.
Oh,
It's an ordered pair. See, A comma B belongs to some set, whatever A is different from A comma B belongs to A. These two are completely different. These two are not same. This is different and this is different. Different statements. Right? Suppose A and B are employees of a company. A and B are employees of a company. Right? So if you write A comma B belongs to the set of all employees of company, that is true. Right? And now A comma B are also belongs to A comma B, the ordered pair A comma, the couple A comma B belongs to set of all couples of the company. Suppose this is some other set B. Set of all couples, married couples, right? A comma B is a couple belongs to the set of all married couples of the company, right? Now you can't say that the couple A comma B together, the pair of people together is not an employee, is not an element, belongs to A. If you write this is wrong, because A comma B is not an individual. A comma B is a pair. A pair is not an employee for the company. There are two individual employees. So A comma B pair does not belongs to set of all employees of the company. At the same time, A comma B does not belongs to B, because A is not a married couple and B is not a married couple. So only the married couples as elements present in B, right?
yes, sir. Now I understood. I also thought that R was real number, so
No,
that's
no,
why.
no, 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 no. Nowhere it is given. See, in fact, for the N also, they will mention that N is a natural number, or N is a set of all natural numbers, or they will write this set with bold letters. You can see that in your textbook, N is written with the bold letters.
Yes, sir.
That indicates that N is a set of all natural numbers, not right?
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. The question asked is verify the validity of these two statements and give the justification for your answer. If you see, every first coordinate, if you consider 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 again. So all first coordinates are belongs to the first set, and the 5, 9, 1, 5, and 11. All the second coordinates are belongs to the second set. So based on the definition of relation, any subset of Cartesian product of AB is a relation from A to B. So F is a relation from A to B, right? So how you can write the explanation? Yes, true, but the explanation also you should give. As F is a subset of A cross B is a relation from A to B. Yeah. And then now, is this relation a function from A to B? That's what they ask. So nothing wrong if you convert the information into arrow diagram and give the explanation or understand whether it is true or false. 1, 2, first set you should write 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's given clearly from A to B. No need to look at the relation. You look at the F. you can directly copy the numbers from the sets given. And now you transform the information given in terms of function into Venn diagram. 1 maps to 5, 2 maps to 9, 3 maps to 1 again in the sense like back, right? 4 maps to 5, this time again. Okay, that's all. 2 maps to 11 again. Oh. Okay. Now tell me, is it a function?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Very good, very good.
2 has 2 images.
So not a function as 2 has 2 images 9, 11. Of course, we could identify that even from the order pair notation, but more explanation, right? Now tell me, is it a function?
Sir, I think it's not. It's not a function. No?
Why you think it is not a function?
So, I had this. I took A as 1 and B as -2. So,
A as 1 and B as -2. Okay.
yes, sir. So we'll get -2 comma -1, which belongs to F.
So minus
Yeah,
2
then
comma -1 belongs to F. Okay. Next.
Then I took A as -1 and B as 2.
B as 2.
Then we'll get -2 comma 1, which would belong to F.
So the -2 has 2 images. Yeah, very good. The explanation is.
Sir, also 1 has 2 images. If you take -1 and -1, can you take it like that? It will be 1 and -2. If you take 1 and 1, it will be 1 and 2.
If you take 1 and 1 and 1 and -1, yeah. Yeah. A, B both. Yeah, that's what my next question to like. So who gave the answer first? Smriti. Who is that first one?
Me, sir.
Huh?
Samarth.
Samartha.
Yes, sir.
Samartha, can you tell me how you got the values of A and B? Just like that, or like you followed any pattern?
I just took it.
Okay. For you, like who's the second person who's giving the example?
Sir, Mahalakshmi.
Yeah, Mahalakshmi, how you got your example? You took A is equal to 1 and B equal to 1 once, A equal to -1 and B equal to -1. So how you got the idea that you should take these numbers?
First, I tried with 0. It will be only 0. Then I took +1, -1.
Okay. Yeah.
Because 1, when multiplied with itself, gives
Yeah.
only 1.
Yeah. So your aim is to verify whether the same AB goes to the different A plus B's or not. That's what your aim. Whether this will happen or not. If it will never happen means you're happy that's a function. If it will never happen means you need to explain and you need to prove that it will never happen. But if it happens once also, it is not a function. So the product of two numbers remain the same, but the sum should be different. So you should take the two numbers, two different pairs of numbers whose product is same. Basically, this should be the same and these two should be the different. So the two numbers whose product is same. That's how you need to come to a conclusion. The two numbers whose product is same. In two cases, it should be different. So it can be 1, -2 and -2. -1, 2. Yeah, that's what the first example, -1, 2. So the two different numbers, different combination, the sum is different, but the product is same. And if you take 1, 1 and -1, -1, here also the product is same, but the sum is different. Any other example, you can take 2 and 3, whose product is 6, and 1 and 6, whose product is also 6, but the sum is 5 here and sum is 7 here. You can give many examples, right? So one more example. because it's proving that it is not a function, you can give example. So a is equal to 2 and b equal to 3, then the 2 into 3 comma 2 plus 3 belongs to f, and a equal to 6 and b equal to 1, 6 into 1 comma 6 plus 1 belongs to f. That means 6 comma 5 belongs to f, and 6 comma 7 belongs to f. Therefore, f is not a function. I just tried to give a different example from the two examples given. Any one example you can give and conclude the answer. So when they wrote f from a to n, it's kind of automatically they confirm that it's a function, and they're asking us only to find the range. If at all it's not a function, not a problem for us, because even in relations also we'll find the range of the function. So for all the inputs, you find the outputs, gather all the output, that will be the range. Because the domain is a finite set, it is possible to calculate all the set of all outputs manually. So f of 9, according to the definition, the highest prime factor of n. So the maximum value of all the prime factors of 9. What are the prime factors of 9? What are the prime factors of 9?
Three, sir.
Just 3. Yeah. So the maximum among those is 3. Next, f of 10. What are the prime factors of 10?
5 and 2.
2 and 5.
Huh? What are
2
they?
and 5.
Just 2 and 5. It should be
2
a
and 5.
factor. It should be a factor and prime number. So what are the factors of 11? Prime
11.
factors. Only 11. Factors means 1 and 11 both, but prime factors means only 11, and maximum among those is 11. And f of 12.
3.
So prime factors means only 2, 3. 6 won't come.
2, 3.
6 is not prime. So the maximum among those is 3. And f of 13 is
30.
the maximum
13.
value, and it is 13. So the range is a collection of all the outputs. 3. We won't write any element 2 times in a set. So 3 is there 2 times. 1 time is enough. 5. After 5, it is, we'll usually write in increasing order 11 and 13. That's the range. So the range is 3, 5, 11, 13. That's it. Right?